Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. My name is Mr. Jason, and today I have a read aloud for you. Welcome back to Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. Oh, how I missed you. Today's story is about the world around us, our environment, the animals. The name of our story today is Animal Tracks, written and illustrated by Arthur Duros. Now, before we get into the description of our story, I want to give a special thanks to Liliana and her daughter for this read aloud request. It has been a while since we had a read aloud request, and I appreciate you and your daughter listening and watching. If you have a book that you want us to read during our read alouds together, please feel free to comment down below that story, and I'll be sure to add it to our list. As we read our story, keep those eyes open for the sight words that you see here on our list. Also, for the parents and the teachers that are watching, here are a few key developmental indicators this particular story teaches. This particular story talks about animals in their tracks, hence the name Animal Tracks. Now, every animal is unique by the way they look, in the way they sound, and even by the things that they eat. There's one thing that we may not necessarily think about is their footprint. A great way of knowing what's around you, who's around you, is by checking those animal prints on the ground. Now, you have to be trained to know what to look for because sometimes those tracks can be hidden in plain sight. So join me as we read Animal Tracks, written and illustrated by Arthur Duros, in Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. Animal Tracks, written and illustrated by Arthur Duros. When you go into the forest, the animals may be hiding, but you can tell which animals are in the forest by looking at their tracks. Who made tracks in the soft mud by the stream? A raccoon was looking for food. Look out, crayfish, or you will be that raccoon's breakfast. Who made tracks from the reeds to the water? A family of ducks waddled from their nest to the reeds. But who made tracks even smaller than a duckling's feet? A frog made the tracks as it hopped along with small front feet and bigger hind feet. A turtle is warming up in the sun. Who made tracks almost as big as the turtle? A deer walked to the stream to drink. Some of the tracks are not easy to see. Where an animal stepped on hard ground, rocks, or plants, there may be no tracks or only part of a track. Who scared the deer and made tracks up the stream bank? A fox chased a rabbit along the stream bank. Where the rabbit ran, the tracks are far apart. The rabbit hopped far with each jump. The rabbit made it home this time. The fox looks at her reflection in a puddle. Whose tracks are curving lines in the mud around the puddle? A worm is slithering along. Watch out, worm! Watch out, cricket! A bird is hopping looking for a meal. Nearby is a tree that looks as if it had been chewed. Who eats trees for lunch? A porcupine ate tree bark until she was full. Then she walked slowly away. Porcupines don't have to move fast. Who would bother a porcupine? The black bear won't bother the porcupine. He is busy eating berries. Then he will rub and scratch on his favorite tree. The scratches show that he has been there. The scratches are called a sign. Who left another animal sign? Teeth marks on a fallen tree. A beaver chewed the tree to cut it down. Beavers drag branches away to build their round lodge home in a beaver dam. Behind the dam is a beaver pond. Who lives along the tall grasses by the beaver pond? A heron looks for fish to eat. Muskrats are eating grass. They leave a sign, a raft of chewed grass floating in the water. Slap! A beaver's tail hits the water, warning of danger. Who is making crackling noises in the bushes by the pond? A dog runs along a trail, followed by people. Each person leaves a different sized track. There are small tracks and larger tracks, made by small feet and larger feet. Near a lake are tracks made in sand by bare feet. Along the road, there are muddy tire tracks. A car is going towards a city. Cities can be good places to find animal tracks. Listen carefully and look for animal signs. Snow, soft sand, mud, and dust are good places to look for tracks. You might even find animals that can live in cities but usually stay hidden. Raccoons, muskrats, or possums. Once people even found mountain lion tracks in a city park. Be a track detective. Guess who made these tracks in the city park? As you can see here, this is an extension on how to make your own animal tracks at home or at school. Take some time, read the instructions, and try it yourself. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you learned a little bit about animal tracks and how to detect them wherever you are, whether it be on snow, soft sand, mud, or even in the city. You can find animal tracks just about anywhere. I had a blast reading with you, as I always do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below a book that you would like for us to read in our Read Alouds together, and remember to keep sharing. You can also visit us on our Instagram page, Read Alouds with Mr. Jason, as well as our Facebook page, which is also Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for your continuous viewership. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you're just out there watching or just listening, you should also subscribe. We would love to have you part of Mr. Jason's readers. Thank you again for reading with me. I can't wait to read again with you soon. And don't forget, keep reading.